Here with Alan Johnson, head coach at North Carolina A&T. This is your first year as a head coach at A&T. Just talk to me about this meet, the HBCU showcase, and just how you felt about the meet overall.
Well, it's always good to come in and be able to win something. We were able to win on the men's and women's side, so you know that's always a good feeling. But coming into it, I didn't really know what to expect. I got a call, so I started in July. Got a email call around August, September about this meet, and I was, I'm just getting my feet wet as a new head coach and everything. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's go up there and this HBCU showcase and see what it's about. So I really didn't know what to expect. Coming here, it's great. I think it's an opportunity for historically black colleges and universities to showcase what we have. Showcase what we have and show the students in the area, get us in front of them, show them what we have. And I think that's important.
Absolutely.
I think it's extremely important.
Absolutely. And just going on about that a little bit, coming to North Carolina A&T, speaking about the importance of, historically black colleges, why was it an important, or why'd you come to the decision to become the head coach at A&T?
Well, it was an opportunity. Every time somebody asked me that, it was an opportunity for me to become a head coach. I was living in North Carolina. I saw what Coach Ross had done, and I was like, there's no reason why an HBCU can't be among the top. I think in the sport of track and field, my hat goes off to him. For what he's done and the exposure that this sport has provided for North Carolina A&T, which happens to be a historically black college university.
Absolutely. And how has the transition been? You're no stranger to, of course, the sport of track and field, but even coaching in general. You've been, coached, and you've also been an influence to many athletes for what seems like decades at this point. But how has the transition been over the past couple months now at A&T?
Fun, challenging. It's the entire spectrum. The biggest thing is going from being an assistant coach to a head coach is, I guess it's almost like you live in the house with your parents and you're supposed to clean your room up, so you do, and then all of a sudden it's like now the whole house is yours. And you got to manage everything, and you have to know everything that's going on, and fix whatever has happened, know what's happening now, and anticipate what's going to happen with everything.
Yeah.
So that's just the biggest transition, but I like it.
There you go. I love that. I think back to when I was a kid, I only had to do the laundry. Now in my own place, I got to worry about heat, electricity, all kinds of stuff. So I like that. And then, of course, with your career, super successful, multiple gold medalists, et cetera. But how have you used your experiences on the track to help you in your career as a coach, as a mentor, and all of that?
I think the biggest thing that I bring from actually competing in track and field is not being afraid. Well, let me say it like this: nothing is too big. Nothing is too big. It's if you can put your mind to it, if you can think it, it can happen. And with that, there's a process, and in that process, there are going to be positives, there's going to be minuses along the way, but the thing is, you got to always look at the big picture of where it is that you're trying to get to.
Yeah. Very nice. And diving a little bit about that as well, how do you balance, athletes coming in from high school, freshmen who are brand new to college, but then also some more experienced athletes who are maybe, seniors or, with COVID, we had a couple years. How do you balance, supporting athletes across the entire spectrum of different years?
You meet them where they are. You meet the athletes where they are. Obviously, the ones that have the experience, you can put a little bit more on them. With incoming freshmen, it's different because the levels of what they can handle vary so much. You have some freshmen that come in and they can jump right in and hop in with the upperclassmen and kind of not really miss a beat. I mean, obviously they don't know everything, but they pick it up really fast. And you get some freshmen that are completely green, and then you have to really take baby steps with them. So it takes probably a good 2 or 3 months to really start figuring out what that is from a practice perspective. And then now that once we've started the actual meets, there's a learning curve there also where you have to figure out, okay, how much expectation can you put on them in a competition setting? How much can they handle? And how do you motivate them? So it's just learning people.
I love that. I love that. And last question, just what do you love about the sport of track and field? I mean, you've been here for decades and you've been, incorporated and integrated in so many different aspects. What is it that you love about the sport?
I love that the sport is so diverse. I mean, you have all types of people that can do track and field. I mean, you can have the 100-pound female, you could have the 350-pound male, and everything in between. I mean, I'm literally everything. So I think that's one of the best parts, and then it's fun. It's fun just seeing the smiles on people's faces when they accomplish their goals, whatever those goals are. I mean, it's with coaching, it's always easy to say the people that win, but for me, it's the people that achieve their goals. I mean, even if it's the person that their goal is to compete at the conference meet and make a final, that's just as rewarding as someone winning a national title.
I love that. That is beautiful, and that's a big reminder. I know a lot of athletes have very lofty goals, but sometimes there are the athletes who got to appreciate that they want to just make it to the conferences, and that's a big deal. So beautiful. Wonderful. Alan Johnson, I really appreciate you taking a couple minutes to just sit down for a second. Do you get a chance to rest maybe this weekend when you get back to North Carolina?
A little bit. A little bit of resting. I mean, we fly back tomorrow, and then it's right back on the grind Monday. Even though Monday's a holiday, I got to go in and organize for the week and then next week's trip.
There you go.
And make sure everything's in place.
There you go. Well, looking forward to this season. Looking forward to your first year at North Carolina A&T, and thank you so much.
And I'm looking forward to coming back here next year.
Oh, please do. New York City loves seeing you all here, so thank you.
We'll be back.
Absolutely.
As long as they'll have us.
I think they'll definitely have you all. So wonderful. Thank you so much.